Hello, my name's John Hackston and I'm the Head of Thought Leadership at the Myers-based company. And that's an interesting job title, I guess, but one of the things it involves is carrying out research into how type works and also how we can use type and type concepts to help people. And that really is one of the things that I'll be talking about at this year's 2021 BAB conference. Now, this year's conference celebrates the fact that it's 100 years since Carl Jung published the original German version of psychological types. But sadly, 2021 is another rather more sombre anniversary as well. It's 100 years since the final phases, the final cases of a pandemic which has gone down in history as the Spanish flu, the Spanish influenza. A worldwide pandemic that had very long-lasting, very far-reaching effects on individuals and on society as a whole. And here we are, 100 years later, in the middle of another pandemic, which of course is why we're doing this conference virtually and why we can't sit and talk about all these issues in the bar later after the conference. And it hardly needs saying that the current pandemic has also had really far-reaching effects on individuals and far-reaching effects on society, and that's going to continue to be the case for some time to come. So in this session, what we're going to do is to explore how Spanish flu changed society. And let's not forget that this was the environment that Catherine was living in when she first started working with Carl Jung's ideas. And to help us understand this, we're going to draw on some recent research that we've carried out at the Myers-Briggs company into how people are coping with, adapting to, living with the current pandemic and how this relates to their type. We'll explore the similarities and the differences between the Spanish flu and today's pandemic, and we'll speculate how, if at all, type-based assessments may have changed things in the aftermath of Spanish flu and perhaps in the 20th century as a whole, if they'd been around, if they'd been available at the time. And as well as this more historical picture, we look at lessons for today. We'll give you a chance to say something about your concerns and your feelings and your experiences of the current pandemic. And we look at the research results, and I'll share practical type-based guidelines and resources for activities like remote working, the things that we've all had to adapt to and live with and cope with as part of our lockdown lifestyle. And I'm going, of course, to make this session as interactive as possible, or as possible as Zoom will let me to be, using polls, using plenary sessions, using breakout groups, and of course you'll have all the material, the slides and lots of other stuff to take away with you after the session. So please do come along. That's 100 Years of Type and of Pandemics on Saturday at 4 p.m. I hope to see you there.